Radio Raheem in Los Angeles, California, with the $1 million Anthony Crolla. You are very familiar to me because I've been over on your side of the pond many times. They love you over there. You're a huge fan favorite there. But here, when people heard your name in contrast to Lomachenko as the next fight, I heard the echoes in America like, who?
Yeah.
What's it been like, the experience, building a fight here, knowing that you have such a huge prize ahead of you in just a few days, and coming from the UK where you're so well known, and it's got to be a different atmosphere?
I've loved every minute of it. It's so much easier. You know what it's like in the UK? Fight week's crazy. Where here it's just nice and chilled out. Do you know, there's not as much going here, there and everywhere, and it's so much more relaxing. But no, it's great to be here. Obviously, people are brilliant. An iconic venue like the Staples Center. It makes Friday night, make me look forward to Friday night even more.
You know, you talk about it being easier, which is not something that most people would think, being that, you know, everybody wants to be a star, everybody wants the attention and whatnot. But preparing for a challenge like the one you have ahead of you, and as long as you've been in the game, is this a unique experience getting ready for this particular fight, or is it just like another event for you?
No, it's certainly a unique experience because Lomachenko's a unique fighter. Preparing for someone like him is tougher than any other opponent I've prepared for before, but we believe we've prepared the best we possibly can. There's been a lot of variation in sparring partners, in other types of training that we've done, but I think that's what you've got to do. If you're fighting one of the best fighters on the planet, in a lot of people's opinion, you've got to look to change things up, but everything's good, like, do you know what I mean? Everything's gone as well as it possibly can, and I'm excited for Friday night.
You know, when people look at the matchup, they think, well, surely Lomachenko has the advantages, right? Because we know him so well, and like you say, he's a lot of people's pound-for-pound top. But on paper, you're longer than him with the reach. You're taller than him. You're the same age, although people don't realize that because they've been seeing you for so long. What advantages do you think you bring into this fight that people may not be making notice of?
Listen, I have very few advantages, you know, like you say, on what he's done as a fighter and stuff, but you just mentioned them. Height, reach, naturally the bigger man, but I'm going to need so much more than that to make sure I get the win on Friday night against a fighter like him. But, you know, I've got a good boxing brain myself, and listen, styles make fights. Styles make fights. We've studied Lomachenko the best we possibly can, and we believe that we've found some shots that are working. When we get those opportunities to make those shots, you know, we get a chance to land them, we've got to make them count. And I'm quietly confident.
You know, I mentioned the physical advantages that you may have. Like I say, on paper, you can read those. People can just measure that. But what he's known for, and I'm sure you're well aware of, is fighters just giving up, deciding that they don't want to be in there anymore. Well, you can't see that kind of thing on paper.
Listen,
how do you prepare for that?
We've tried to prepare, you know, dealing with frustration in different ways in training camp. And listen, I don't believe I've got a quitting bone in my body. So I won't get, you know, that I really don't think that would ever happen with me. But I do see, listen, he frustrates opponent and he punished them. But yeah, you're right, he has made opponents quit like that out of frustration, and it takes a special type of fighter to do that. But the way we prepared, we don't believe that'll happen.
Here in America, many people may not be aware of your full story. Not just what's happened in the ring, not just the wins and losses, but what happened to you in your personal life, chasing down a burglar for some ungodly reason and deciding you're going to be a vigilante, and then having to forget about frustration, overcome possibly a career-ending event that could have stopped everything. Just briefly, if you could explain going through that, overcoming that, and how that kind of experience may inform you in the ring.
That kind of experience prepares you for, you know, everyone thought my career was over, so it's a blessing to be boxing, and I've been boxing for another 4 years since then. I've been involved in big fights, and, you know, I put that sort of behind me now, but I never forget it. And like you said, I've come back from that, so I don't have no fear or I won't be in awe of any man, like say, as special as Lomachenko is. To me, he's another fighter. So that kind of experience to me, it helps with everything. It helps with nerves, it helps with you know, any kind of fear or out like that. So yeah, I suppose it does help you. Those kind of challenges in life do prepare you for things further down the line like this.
When you look across the ring and you know that that first bell's ringing, you've been in this game for so many years. That first world championship after having overcome what we just talked about, I don't know if they know your skull was cracked, and they were like, maybe this guy never fights again. That moment of capturing that first title had to be something glorious, maybe unmatched.
Yeah, of course. It's a lifelong dream to be a world champion. I come into the sport at 10 years of age, and you dream of being a world champion, and to reach that goal, you know, not many people get to live their dreams in life, and that's what I've done. But on Friday night, get the win here, that would top that without a shadow of a doubt.
This would top that win?
Without a doubt, yeah.
Now, with a crowning achievement like that, assuming it goes the way you hope it does, is this the kind of fight where you just walk away from boxing, like crowd surfing back to the UK and let that be that?
Just drop the mic? Yeah, but drop the mic in. Yeah, no, listen, I take each fight. I take my career fight by fight. But no, obviously there'd be a contract to give Loma the rematch.
If you retire.
But, yeah, unless I retire. But we'll see. Listen, I believe I'm still improving. But like I say, we assess things fight by fight. But yeah, it won't be a bad way to go out. But I don't think I'm ready just yet. But it won't be a bad way to go out.
Is there something else that you feel you need to prove in boxing? Something that you're still hungry for that you haven't done?
I'm hungry to try and win another world title. That's what I'm hungry for. I don't think there's anything I need to prove, but I love challenging myself, and Friday night's another big challenge.
You know, lastly, Lomachenko claims he's not looking past you. Every fighter that has any good sense will say that, but even the media, the fans, everyone, this is a stay busy fight, which is quite disrespectful. They're already looking at who he might match up next, and when you hear these kind of things, knowing what you've done in the sport, how does that strike you? How does that affect you?
It doesn't affect me slightly. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and you know, that's cool. If it was the people around me, my team, my friends, my family, if they were saying that, then maybe I'd question it, or it'd have some kind of effect on me. But as for other people, no, it genuinely has no effect on me whatsoever.
Did anybody around you, because there's so much criticism, well, not so much, but people are like, well, why did he even bother to take this fight? He could have gone a different route. This is crazy. Did anybody try to dissuade you, say, hey, man, maybe this isn't the one?
Not one person, because everyone around me knows how hard I've worked for opportunities like this my whole career. So not one person.
Two more questions, and they're piggybacking on each other. When these guys who said who, when they heard Anthony Crolla, what is it that you want them to learn about you on Saturday night?
They'll see on Friday night.
Friday night. I'm so used to saying Saturday.
On Friday night, they'll see someone who's more than just a determined fighter. He's got a great skill set of his own, and someone who's genuinely coming here to shock the world.
And when you do decide to hang up those gloves, if it's after the fight Friday or 10 years from now, what is the mark that you want Anthony Crolla to have made on this sport of boxing?
I fought the best. I give it absolutely everything, and I live the life of the way a professional fighter should do.
As far as I've seen, you've already accomplished that. Radio Raheem with Anthony $1 Million Crolla. Good luck Friday night against Vasil Lomachenko.